Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at an awesome upcoming accessory for the all-new Legion Go S. And this will work with any of the variants, whether you want to go with the SteamOS version or the Windows version, Z2 Go APU or the Z1 Extreme, it really doesn't matter. So it'll work with any of the new Legion Go S variants, and we've seen something very similar to this for the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. What we've got here is the all-new dbrand KillSwitch for the Legion Go S. And again, we've seen this for the Steam Deck, we've seen it for the ROG Ally, and if you're not familiar, what we've got here is a really awesome protective shell for your handheld gaming PC. Around back, we've got a built-in kickstand, and keep in mind, these are precision made for whatever device you're going to be picking it up for, so you don't have to worry about it blocking off any of the vents around back or any of the ports on the unit itself. Taking a look at the rear section, it's not made of some flimsy silicone like a lot of the cases over on Amazon that you're going to find. This is made of a thick rubber, and it's got a little bit of a flex to it. It's not going to fall off of the unit once it's installed. And when it comes to the front half, they're calling this the travel cover. So you can snap this right on while the case is installed on your device, and you don't have to worry about the screen getting damaged. You don't have to worry about the analog sticks getting messed up when you throw it inside of a bag. Another thing they're offering for the new Legion Go S are screen protectors and analog stick covers. So very similar to what we saw them release for the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. Installation with this is actually pretty simple, and you might notice we've got these little yellow tags up here. These are actually pull tabs that allow you to kind of get past the rear triggers, because like I mentioned, it is a thicker rubber, so it takes a little bit of force to get in there, but it's pretty simple with this one. They've got a full tutorial video over on their website, but basically I'm just going to slide the front half down into the kill switch. We're going to move around back here, and I'm going to press my triggers down, use these tabs to kind of just get past them. And once those are up, we can actually just kind of slide this on. And even though it's made of rubber, it kind of feels like it snaps on. There we go. Just make sure everything's down. And that looks pretty good. Still got access to all of the I/O up top, volume buttons, our power button. Around back, we've got that built-in kickstand. We can still access those rear buttons. And yeah, this fits on here really nicely. Now I need to remove these yellow tabs, and I usually save them because sometimes I'll take this off to swap out the hard drive or something like that. Just makes it easier down the road. It's not going to block those front-facing speakers, and we've got a lot more grip with this. So the rear rubber on this is really texturized, and we've got the grip strips, that's what they're calling them, over on the side. You can see that we've got that mesh in the case itself, so where our intake vent is to cool this thing down, we're still going to get a lot of airflow, and by the end, I'm actually going to run a test with and without the case. But one thing to keep in mind here is, these are usually set at a certain temperature to ramp the fan up to a certain RPM. If it gets past that temperature, the fan's just going to spin up a little more and keep it at that same temp. I don't think we're going to see a jump in CPU temperature here. On the bottom of the Legion Go S, we've got our micro SD card slot, so we don't have to worry about missing out on that either. And it feels really good in the hand. The texture they use here is basically the same stuff that they used on the Steam Deck version, so you've got a lot of grip. We can still access the locks for the locking triggers on the Legion Go S and those rear macro keys. I also installed the analog stick grips here, and it does have a lot more grip than the stock Legion Go, but to tell you the truth, I never ran into an issue before, so it's not something that's totally necessary, but if you want to jazz it up a bit, you could definitely install them. Now we're going to move over to the travel cover. I'm just going to shut this down, put it in sleep mode. This fits on here really nicely. It covers up those triggers and, of course, the screen and analog sticks. So once this is installed, it just kind of snaps right on. You can go ahead and throw it in your bag. You don't have to worry about this thing getting all messed up. And when it comes to the bag I personally use, it's just kind of an EDC bag. It's the TomTalk Navigator T24. I personally love this thing. And with that installed, again, I can throw this thing anywhere I need to. I don't have to worry about breaking the screen on it. And like you saw, that travel cover snaps on here really nicely. So it's not going to fall off while it's inside of your bag. It does take a little bit of force to get off, but it's pretty easy to go back and forth with it. We've also got that built-in kickstand, and this is non-removable. It's not using any magnets. If you remember with the original one that launched for the Steam Deck, actually, not a lot of people were able to get their hands on it. It did have a magnet in it. And on some versions of the Steam Deck, it would slow the built-in fan down. This is just a snap kickstand that you can go back and forth with really easily. There's one last thing that I want to do here, and again, I mentioned the mesh in the case itself. I'm going to run a couple benchmarks here with and without the case, and I'm going to be using the SteamOS version here. I just want to see if, that CPU gets any hotter while playing something like Cyberpunk 2077. And for this, I just used the built-in benchmark and I ran it back to back 3 times with and without the case. In between, I gave it a 20-minute cool down just to make sure. And as you can see over on the left-hand side, we've got that kill switch installed, no case on the right-hand side. And there's no difference in the temperature here. By the end of this, we had a maximum GPU temperature of 68 degrees Celsius with both tests here, and a maximum CPU temperature of 67 degrees Celsius. I don't notice if it's any louder, if that fan's kicking up more or not. I mean, I'm in performance mode right now, so the Legion Go S does make a little bit of noise, but it's not horrible, I mean, with or without the case. Overall, I've really enjoyed the kill switch for the Steam Deck and the Ally, so when I heard that it was coming for the Legion Go S, I knew it was going to be an awesome little case. That travel cover does come in really handy, especially if you're carrying this thing around with you all the time. With the case installed on the rear, you don't have to worry about this thing getting scratched up or anything like that, and it does offer better grip than the handheld without the case, but in the end, it's really up to you. If you're interested in learning a little more about the dbrand kill switch for the Legion Go S, I'll leave links in the description. And it doesn't matter if you've got the Windows version or the SteamOS version, it's going to work with all of the Go S variants out there on the market right now. But I thought this was pretty cool, and it was really the first accessory that I've got for the Legion Go S, so I figured I'd make a quick video. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. And like always, thanks for watching.